how much more can this lady give? Listen, she's going to give you a lot more games, so I need you to get ready, all right? So, Coach, welcome up to this stage. Happy Tuesday. Glad you're here. I'm excited to have you here teaching us another day, and it's day 2. So let's go ahead and kick off with Q&A. If you're okay with it, I'll spotlight some individuals, and we'll just get right on into it.
Let's get started. I'm excited.
All right, Dr. Perez, you are up first, and then I'm coming over to you, Tanya.
Hello, Dr. Perez. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
So my name is Nelly Perez, and my question is, do you have to pay taxes on these grants?
Good question. So grant funding is income for the business, so it is taxable. However, we're going to take this money and reinvest it back into our business. So a good tax strategist or a good CPA will be able to show us how to offset those taxes so that we're not getting like crazy penalties. We have somebody in our community, Miss Emma. I'm not sure if she's in the room, but she received $1 million in funding, and she hadn't yelled at me about taxes yet. So because we're using it as an opportunity to reinvest it back into our business, we're fine when it comes to taxes.
Okay, fantastic.
Good question.
So I can hire somebody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
All right, Miss Tanya, you're up.
Hi, Coach K. My name is Tanya, and I'm thinking of starting a brand new LLC for the grant piece. But all of my branding is under my name, TanyaEhood.com.
Okay.
Would that be sufficient, or would I have to wait until I grew the new business name? Or can I pull the marketing towards that?
Great question. So if you're only doing it for the grants, I would use what you have, because some grants are going to love the age on your business. Now, yes, you can get grant funding for a new LLC, but there are some grants like the Start, Pivot, Grow grant. They want you to be in business for 2 years before they approve you for funding. So if you start over, you're going to miss out on those opportunities. So I would say if it's only for grants and you're starting the LLC just for the grant piece, I wouldn't do that. I would use what I have and use that as an avenue to get access to grant funding.
It's follow up, but I try to get back in. But it's just like, even if it's not for the same thing, because my LLC was for my real estate business, but I'm no longer doing that. I still manage pieces under it, but this is a new piece that's following along with my book.
Gotcha. So it's not
just my name.
It's not just for the grant piece. It's a whole new establishment. It's a whole new entity. So if it's a new entity, then yes. But if it's just for grants, I thought when you first said it was just for the grant piece. But if it's a new entity, then yes, I would establish something different to go along with that entity, and then use that as an avenue to get access to grant funding. But if it's only just for grants, like we have people, I personally have an LLC that I use just for business funding and business credit. And I started it just for that. But if you're only starting a new LLC for grants, then I would tell you to use what you have. But if you're starting it for a new business and a new entity, then yes, that's 100% fine. Okay? Hey, Miss Watson.
I'm trying to find my unmute button. Delilah, you're up.
Hi, okay, my question is, will it be an issue when I apply for grants if my email and domain are tied to my pen name while my registered business name is different? And
No.
I also operate under a second pen name with a separate email and a separate domain.
No, it won't. Your domain doesn't have to match the name on your LLC, so that's 100% fine. Just make sure that your application reflects everything that's on your corporate documents. So whatever your name is on your corporate documents, whatever your address is, EIN number, all of that just has to reflect on your application.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Yamina.
I love that background.
Thank you. you. So my question is rudimentary. I was not able to attend day 1, and I will not be able to attend day 3. How do we get access to the day 1 recordings?
So great question. So if you, the team, can you elaborate on how the replays or when the replays will be available?
Yeah, great question. So I will be talking about this a little bit more at the very end of today, but in short, we will be, if you are the highest ticket tier, you paid for the 97, you'll get lifetime access, and you'll be actually given a portal I had to ask the team if they sent a portal out for everybody else. So let's just table that because, Coach, I should know, but I need to ask them and just verify to make sure I'm 100% correct. So if you just give me just like maybe 20 minutes, I'll come back up and I'll just verify with the team where they put those because I kind of trust them and we'll see where they put them.
Awesome, because I know one session stacks onto the next one, and I don't want to be behind from the beginning.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll make sure I'll come back up, Coach, in just a few minutes. Let me just ask the team. I think they put them in a portal, but let me just go ask them.
Okay, love it. Thank you.
All right, next up, we got Rory. You're up.
Hey, Coach, this is Rory Hanrahan. And my question is, do I need a separate EIN for each business? For
Absolutely.
each LLC?
Yep, absolutely. Each business you have, each
So I asked.
Yep, absolutely. Each one needs a separate LLC. Each legal business you have needs a separate LLC. Now, the benefit to that is each EIN number you have qualifies for grant funding and business funding and business credit.
Okay, so the EIN partners with the LLC.
Correct.
It's not like an umbrella over multiple LLCs.
Correct. Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, great.
Good
Thank
question.
you.
Good question.
All right, Miss Frazier, you're up.
Yes, good evening, Coach K.
Good evening.
My name is Fernell Frazier, and my question is, I went through all of the information that you provided as to building the business credit. My personal credit sucks, and even when I tried to apply for the business credit, I got back like something about the internal information. So I don't know where I need to look to make sure that everything is is unified as far as like the name, the address, because getting the virtual, you mentioned about getting a virtual address.
Yep. So your question is, I'm sorry. Tell me your question again. I'm sorry, I missed it.
I don't know, like, what I need to do to get everything in unison, unified.
Yeah. So what I would do is one, I would go to the Secretary of State and I would see how they have everything in order. So I would see how my name is spelled. I would see what address they have on file. I would look at my corporate documents. And as I'm going in and filling out any applications, anything for business funding, anything like that, I would make sure that I'm following exactly what the Secretary of State has. So if you have an apostrophe in your name, you have to have an apostrophe in your name when you're filling out an application. If you have an S at the end of one of the words, it has to have an S at the end. So it has to be exactly the same way that the Secretary of State has it. So my starting point for you would be to go to your Secretary of State. Contact your Secretary of State or either go to their website and just ask them for a copy of your corporation documents to see how they have it. And then you can kind of go from there.
Okay, thank you, Coach K.
You're welcome.
Summit today was fire.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
All right, Danica, you're up.
I am so sorry, y'all. I only got food in my mouth.
That's okay. We caught you right when you took a bite. Sorry.
I promise you I did. Hi, my name is Danica, and the question that I had was about the updating from the 97 to the 497.
Okay.
But I wanted to know if we do 100, do you guys automatically take the $97 if that's what we purchased first?
Good question. So your question is separate from the Grants and AI Summit that we're in right now. So because it is a customer support question, I'm going to have my customer support team drop the link in the chat and just reach out to them and they'll connect with you and tell you exactly how to upgrade and then what options you have available for you. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry I couldn't answer it in detail now, but they got you. Nicole's ready. She's already in the chat waiting on you.
All right,
So-
Dr. Coffee, good to see you again.
Real quick, Dr. Coffee, before you go, I had a message in the chat. Someone asked if I can change the session. So the Q&A session is first. The Q&A session starts at 5 p.m. Eastern time. The main session starts at 6 p.m. So if you don't want to get your questions answered, then you can start at 6 o'clock. But for those who want their questions answered and want a little like intimate time with me, the Q&A session starts at 5 o'clock. All right. Sorry about that.
You're up.
Hi, hey Coach K. I'm Dr. Coffee, and my question is, after I go through your list on getting my business ready, and I'm applying for grants on a regular basis, what else should I be doing to position myself to get grants?
That's a great question, especially for what you do. I would be nurturing and building relationships on LinkedIn. So I would be using and leveraging LinkedIn, looking for decision makers and foundations that might be local and in my area, and just kind of making connections. And, you know, you can even schedule a call. If you see a foundation that you think might be, that you might work with, or could be a support system in what you're doing, I would just send them a message and say, hey, this is my business. This is my impact. This is what I want to do. Can we schedule a call going into the new year to talk about how you can service and how you can help me, or vice versa, how I can add value to what you do? And you might get some no's, but you might get that one yes that might be the opportunity for you. So yeah, nurture and build relationships on LinkedIn for sure.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Joanne, you're up. I just unmuted you.
Good afternoon. One of my questions has probably been already answered. I wanted to ask about the upgrading, and so I think that information is in the chat. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yep. I would tell you to reach out to my customer support, and they can support you with that.
Okay. Yesterday, I came into the meeting late because I guess I got the times confused. But one of the things I heard you say is that if you have like a Gmail account, because on my website and all of my information, I have fitjustforyou@gmail.com, which is Fit Just For You is the name of my business. So you're recommending that we not use Gmail, and am I correct with
Yes,
that?
ma'am. So if you have a business and you're structuring your business as a $1 million brand, which we want it to be, you need to have a professional appearance for your business. So when you have a professional appearance for your business, you want to communicate in a professional manner. So if you have your business at gmail.com, companies and organizations won't really take you serious. But if you go in and you structure your business and you have Joanne at your company's name.com, or sales at your company's name.com, or support at your company's name.com, companies and organizations are going to see that you're structured and you're setting your business up to be successful. So I would remove the Gmail piece. Now, if you're already using it and you've been using it for a while, I still have an AOL account that I use occasionally, you guys. But when I'm communicating with somebody in a professional setting, for grants, for business funding, or a potential client or a potential relationship, I communicate with my business and professional email address. Imagine if you got an email from Amazon at gmail.com. You would 100% think it wasn't a legitimate email. So you have to position your business and your brand the same way.
Okay, so all of my literature, everything is in that Gmail, so I need to change all of that.
Yeah, I would tell you, if you have a lot of things that you do, you can slowly transition it over. But any communication that you have going forward, so applying for grants, applying for business funding, applying for business credit, nurturing and building relationships, I would use the new email address that you're going to create.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, thanks.
Great question.
All right, Tanya, you're up. And any questions regarding technical help, billing questions, let's leave that away from Coach. She just doesn't play in that ballpark. So let's just keep the good questions for Coach. But Tanya, you're up.
Hi, Coach K. My name is Tanya Johnson. I know there's another Tanya in the group, so I wanted to extinguish myself as Tanya Johnson. So I do have, I used to have a successful hair care line that's called Blackaby.
Okay.
I had to extract the oils from the earth myself, so it was a lot of work. So I stopped doing it. So I wanted to kind of revamp my products. And so looking for manufacturers and maybe scaling it in a more professional way.
Okay.
What do you suggest?
So you want to get back in, but you need to revamp the entire platform and just make it more seamless for you than all of the work that it used to be, correct?
Correct.
Yep. So I definitely think with technology, how long ago has it been since you had the business?
I started in during COVID, and I did it for 2 years.
Okay.
And I was doing it by myself, and a lot of orders and very exhausting.
Yeah. So the first thing I would do is any relationships that you did build when you had it, I would definitely go resource those relationships. Of course, they're gonna want to know where you been, what happened, what's going on. I would also leverage any testimonials that you have. And use that as an avenue to source funding opportunities, because clients or potential grantors and funders are going to want to know, hey, you have this product and you say it's amazing and you say it did really, really well. Well, show us proof. So now you have that proof, that blueprint, and then become more visible with what you did do. As far as sourcing and figuring out manufacturers, I would 100% use and leverage Chat GPT and AI. That's not really kind of my thing. I've never really had to source a manufacturer. But I would 100% use and leverage AI to see what some of the top companies are out there, and then figure out if you want to do it in the US or do it out of the, if you're okay with sourcing out of the country. I also would go see what some of the major brands are doing. What are some campaigns that they're doing? What are some manufacturers that they do? How are they marketing and advertising their business, and kind of follow some of their models to see what they're doing. If you look at Kim K right now, she's advertising on TikTok Live. And she has a whole TikTok Live platform where she's marketing and advertising her business. So I would kind of look at some of the top leading authorities in your space, see what they're doing, and kind of mimic some of the things that they're doing as well.
Okay, thank you.
Good question.
All right, Dr. Leona, you're up.
Okay, so Dr. Leona, and my question is this. For a health business like mine, I've been established for a long time. And I'm all over the place as I think about what I should focus on. But I wanted to ask you, what use of funds sound more fundable in someone in my position with a healthcare business?
Yep. So it just kind of depends on exactly what it is that you want to do. So my best friend is in the healthcare industry. She got $200,000 in funding. Now, each one of her grants that she received was for different things. One of them was for a community event. So she hosted or wants to host a community event, and she needed grant funding to make that community event happen. Now, this event is not until 2026, but she's sourcing grant funding. The community event is based around health, wellness, and education. So she's educating people about what to do. Another one of her grants was simply for marketing and advertising. So she went to this grantor and said, I need to market my business so that I can get in the homes of more elderly people that need the support of me. So they gave her funding for marketing and advertising, and even helped her with setting up a full day where they helped her with her marketing and advertising for her business. So figure out what you need. Make a list of about 10 to 20 things that you need, and another list of 10 to 20 things that you want to do. Do I want to teach people about, do I want to educate people about healthcare? Do I want to teach people, do I want to educate the community about their health and their wellness? Do I want to teach people how to start their own healthcare business and platforms and the benefits behind it? Do I want to host a community event? Do I want to collaborate with nonprofits? Do I need a vehicle to make this happen? Do I need more staff and employees to make this happen? Do I just need the funding and I can do this myself? So think about what you need. Think about what you want to do, and then make a list of what you need, and then put that all together and go to funders and tell them how you're going to make it happen.
Got it. That makes sense. It got me thinking outside the box.
That's exactly what you got to do. You got to think outside of the box. What do I need, and how can the companies and organizations pour into me to make it happen?
Awesome.
Yep. Good. I told you guys that's what this is for, is to peel back those layers and make you think differently, so that grantors will be excited to fund and invest you outside of anybody else.
Miss Lita, you're up.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hello, Mr. Kwenta. And my name is Lovey, Miss Lita, whatever one, Janet, if you're nasty. But I don't know if I should ask my question or follow up on somebody else's question, because you said we can only ask one question. Mine is about the email. That was somebody else's question. That's not my question. Because
ask your question.
Okay, my question was about the I'm a nonprofit, and I just signed up to PayPal so I could be a ambassador.
Okay.
And so how does that work? Does that go into, because I have two accounts. I have I just started another account.
Gotcha. So you have a PayPal account, and you want to know when the funds go to PayPal, which account that they're going to go to?
Mm-hmm.
That's your question? So when you sign up for PayPal, PayPal is going to give you the option to link an account. You just want to make sure, 100% make sure that it goes to the nonprofit account. So you're going to be able to link an account to it to move the funds from PayPal over to the account. Just make sure that it goes to your nonprofit business account that you have established.
And do I have to pay taxes on that?
Not as a nonprofit 501c3. So if you're tax exempt as your nonprofit, no, you don't.
Okay, we're going into that bank account.
Okay.
All right, Kevin, you're up.
Well, greetings, everyone. My name is Kevin Robinson. And my question is submitting a video to answer 3 or more questions with your application becoming standard operating procedure in submitting grant applications?
Each grantor is going to be different. So some grants require video, some don't. My response to that would be whatever the grantor is requesting, we're going to give it to them. So it's not necessarily, I can't really give you a yay or nay on that. It's just some grantors require a video because you can make a different type of connection with them, and some grantors don't.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Kimberly, you're up.
Hi, my name is Kimberly, and I am the CEO and founder of a nonprofit providing scholarships for students in science, technology, engineering, and math. My question, Coach K, is we started the nonprofit this year, and we have raised funds through family and friends, and no businesses right now. We did have one grant from a person that I know that has a nonprofit, but my question is, we want to start giving out the scholarships in April, although our tax accounting year ends in December. Is that okay that we're not dispersing any scholarship monies in this particular year, or is that?
Yeah. So you're going to have to fill out a 990 just to kind of explain what you did. As long as you can explain what happened this year, you'll be 100% fine.
Okay,
Yep.
Thank you.
As long as you can explain what happened, it's all right.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you.
Good question.
All right, we got Kimberly Smith. So another Kimberly, welcome.
Hi, my name is Kimberly Smith. I am the owner of Kids Rest Academy, which is a child care center in Las Vegas. We've been in business 17 years, and I just recently started my nonprofit called the Healthy Kids of Nevada to open up a sports and recreation part of my business. Since child care enrollment is down, I need to try to get different types of income.
Gotcha.
So we're going to be starting soccer and stuff. But my question is, like for the instant grant that we just did on Sunday and the legacy grant that's coming up, all these different grants, are they kind of like a raffle or a drawing, or are they really looking at the grant application and making a decision? So when we come together,
good question.
They're actually announcing a winner, not just a lottery of 600 people.
Good question. So I can 100% tell you the legacy grant and the grants that I post, 100% look at the grant applications. I own the legacy grant. I review the legacy grant. So it's me and my team scrubbing through thousands and thousands and thousands of applications. I can tell you we do filter those grant applications when they come in. So if you answer with one word or one sentence, you won't make it to me to see if you are the winner. Now for the instant grant, I can't speak to those, but I can tell you the Nehemiah Davis grant, the Grow Your Reach grant, the 7-figure grant, the AI Impact grant. Most of the grants that I post are not a raffle giveaway. And most of the time, if they are a raffle giveaway, they tell you that in advance. So yeah, that's my response to that. I generally don't support just raffle giveaways or grants that require an application fee. All right, good question.
All right, and you wouldn't believe, Coach, because obviously the grant that I have, I look directly myself at the budget. That's the big thing. I look at myself, as like, hey, what's that budget coming down to? What are they actually going to use these funds for? And a lot of people just don't even put a budget in there. And guess what? A lot of times that gets you automatically disqualified. Whenever I'm giving out grants, I don't even look at the budget, or I don't look at you necessarily in depth. if you don't have a budget, I just mark it as not qualified. So that's one thing that's just kind of like hearing from a lot of you all. I've seen a lot of applicants like put in there what you're going to use the funds for. If I could just, Coach already told you that. I'm just reiterating because it's so true.
Yeah.
And some of you all are disqualifying yourself. So, Mona, you're up though.
Take notes, y'all. He's telling you exactly what he's looking for on the Grow Your Reach grant. So there's no reason why somebody in this room doesn't win that grant next month, okay? Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
My name is Mona, and my question is around NAV. So, does your organization partner with NAV, or do you just think that NAV is a good place to go to start to establish your business credit?
I would say NAV is the number one place to go to build and establish your business credit, because of the multiple trade lines that they're going to give you on your credit score. So when you go to NAV, you have to sign up for their pay program. And when you sign up for their pay program, they automatically put a trade line on there as well. They'll also give you an opportunity to get a business credit card. It's like a charge card that you can use, and that's going to be another trade line. So I would 100% tell you that NAV is an amazing platform to use. It's something that I have personally used. I really don't refer anything that I haven't used on my journey or that somebody that's connected with me has used as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Angie, you're up.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can.
Hey, my name is Angela, and my question is, if I already have a LLC, it has a trademark on it, I did the hard work for it, but it's in a different industry that I operate in now. Should I revive it and see about getting grants under it, or should I just leave it alone? The business I operate in now is about a year, and the other one that I let kind of drift away is about 4 or 5 years old.
Okay, so you have an existing LLC and you want to know if you should just continue to use that or start a new one?
No, it's dormant. So you have to, I think it's like $250 if I went back.
Gotcha. So good question. Good question. So I would contact my Secretary of State and get clarity on exactly what the fee is to reinstate it. If that fee is just a couple of $100s to reinstate it, I would tell you to do that because you can go back and claim the age of that LLC. Okay. Versus if you start a new one, it's going to be like starting a brand new business. Even if you change the type of business, like the entity or the type of business that you have, like the Nexus code, you can definitely do that. So you can say, yeah, hey, I want to reinstate this LLC, but I'm not going to be in a beauty professional anymore. I want to go into consulting. So yeah, absolutely. I would look and see what that fee is. Now, if it's in the thousands, it's not worth it.
When I checked it earlier, it was like $250.
Yeah, I would definitely, because it's probably it's equivalent to establishing a new one. So I would just reach out to my Secretary of State and get clarity, and then I would reinstate it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Julie, you are up.
Okay, perfect. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Really quickly, business credit. So if we have business credit and we're establishing getting cards, does that report to NAV or to DUNS? By the way, my name's Julie.
Yeah, good question. So each credit card is going to be different. Some credit cards don't report at all. There is a company called eCredible that you can use to, if it doesn't reflect on NAV or Duns and Bradstreet, you can use eCredible, and eCredible can kind of do like a force report. So you can use that if it's not reporting. But some companies don't report at all to business credit.
Okay, but it's the DUNS that is where people would go to see our business credit worthiness. Right?
They can use NAV as well.
Oh, okay.
Yep, they can use NAV as well.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, hey Sam, you're up. Oh, we can't hear you, Sam. Your audio is not working. Oh. Just hop back out of Zoom and hop back in, Sam, and we'll bring you back up, okay? So just hop out and hop back in and see if that resets everything. All right, next up, I see a couple people that with their cameras off, and I haven't pulled you up because your camera's off. What are you doing? Come on. Marilyn, you are up.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Can you hear me?
I can.
I'm great. How are you?
Good.
Good. So I have had a gym and it's structured as an S corp. Do I need to make an LLC in addition?
It kind of depends on if that would be beneficial for you or not. If you have the need for establishing a different entity, let's just say your gym wanted to start selling products, or you wanted to have a different umbrella of the gym. Maybe you wanted to start hosting youth classes and dance classes, and you didn't want it directly connected to the gym, then I would establish a different entity. But if everything is flowing the way you need it to flow, and the S corp is beneficial for you tax wise, I definitely get tax advice. I'm not a tax specialist, so I wouldn't give you any tax advice. But if it works for you financially and on the tax side, I would keep the S corp and only establish an LLC if it was 100% necessary.
Okay, great. Thanks so much.
No problem. Good question.
Nakia, you are up.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can.
Hi, Coach K. How are you?
I'm good.
Awesome. Okay, my name is Nakia, and my question is it smart to apply for grants at this time when my business has no presence, like social media presence, and no website?
Good question. So I would encourage you to establish at least a landing page. You can use Canva AI. I don't know if you were on yesterday, but yesterday we talked about how to use Canva AI to establish a landing page. You also can go ahead and create your social media platform and just put coming soon. Maybe put your mission statement in. If you have videos or photos of the work or the service that you're doing, you can put that there. But at least you have the presence. Not having the presence is an excuse, and it's holding you back from opportunities. If all I have to do is go set up a free account and do a free website to get access to millions of dollars in funding, what's stopping me?
Okay.
Okay? So that's going to be your homework tonight.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You're welcome.
Hey, Miss Susan, you're unmuted. Welcome up.
There it goes.
How are you?
Hi, my name is Susan, and I'm a realtor. And I have an LLC that's like a holding LLC, which owns other LLCs under its umbrella.
Okay.
It's all related to real estate. Do you suggest I make separate web pages for each one, or just under the holding one?
If you're going to be applying for grants for each LLC, then each one is going to have its own brand appearance. But if you're only going to be using one to apply for funding, then you only need the brand appearance for the one.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Good question.
She nailed it. What's up?
Hey.
How y'all doing?
Good.
I have a question. I know yesterday you were talking about having a what is it? I can't even think of it now. Your presence of your business, like your mission statement, your purpose. What is it called? It's something you said everybody should have one for their business.
I said a lot yesterday.
I'm gonna tell
Your
you,
business plan?
Business plan.
Okay.
Yes. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I did that. But should that be on the presence of social media? Like,
No.
do we need a website?
No.
Or is this something you give to?
You only give it out as a needs basis if someone asks for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you just want to make sure you have it ready. You don't want to do it when they ask for it. You just want to make sure you have it ready.
Oh, yes, I have one. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you so much. We got Julie. Welcome up.
Hi, Coach K.
Hey.
Question in reference to early stage grants. I have a for-profit, and what I want to do is start a nonprofit. But as far as early stage nonprofit applications, do they is there a certain milestone that you need to be at when you're starting a nonprofit?
Good question. So some nonprofit grants do require that you've been in business for or had the organization for a certain amount of time. There are a couple of different ways you can just establish authority in the nonprofit space. One of them being going out and actually doing the mission and doing the work kind of on your own. So if you have a for-profit, use your for-profit to fund your nonprofit until you can start getting grant funding. You also can go after sponsorships and donations, so you don't have to wait on grants. That's another avenue. And then you also can collaborate with nonprofits that are already existing and they can support you on your mission. So if there's a nonprofit in your area that's already doing the things that you want to do, collaborate with them. And as you're applying for grants, you can source that. You can kind of name drop like, oh, I already work with the Red Cross Foundation and we do XYZ. So now it's like, oh, she works with the Red Cross. So although she's had this nonprofit for, 6 months, she's working with larger organizations. So she knows what to do and how to incorporate this grant into her mission. So that would be my suggestion. Collaborate with nonprofits. Use for-profit funding to support your nonprofit. Make sure that's documented and the paper trail is there for the tax benefit as well. And then also use other sources like sponsorships, donations to support your mission also.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Jessica, you are up. Well, they got Jessica while she was eating too. What's up, Jay?
My apologies. Thank you. Big ups, and thank you, Coach K, for all this. I wanted to ask you, I wrote it down some of them, have you heard, or what do you think, and how do you feel about collective businesses applying for a grant? I've heard of such thing with farmers. What do you think about that? Yeah,
so there are situations where I do support that. So one of those being like the Home Depot. Home Depot has a grant and it's for disabled veterans. So as a collective, if I had a nonprofit and I wanted this grant, I would go collaborate with a real estate company or a construction company, and we would go after this grant together. Now you have to be very careful with that because we're talking about hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in funding. So you want to make sure that both organizations are trustworthy, that you have a good relationship with this organization, that the paper trail is there. Because if you misappropriate funds, it can come back on you and you can't say, oh, it was them. It's like, no, you guys got this together. So definitely think that it's a great strategy and something that I often encourage organizations to do. I have partnered with my nonprofit several times to get access to grant funding. They don't know that I own the nonprofit. They just know that it's a nonprofit that I work and support with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Beautiful. Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, Karen, you are up.
Is that me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, thank you for holding this and having me on.
Thank you.
For questions. So I am sorry, but I'm kind of confused about. I have so many aspects to my business, and it seems like a nightmare to get all these LLCs and EINs and how to get clear on what business entity to go with. Like, how do I make that decision or decide on the best structure?
Gotcha. The easiest thing for anyone to do when they have the mission to start a business is start out as an LLC. That's going to be the easiest avenue to go to. Go to your Secretary of State, start and structure your LLC, and go that way. As your business is profitable, let's just say you make about you're at profit of $60,000 to $75,000 or more in profit. At that point, then you would want to see a tax advisor or a CPA or somebody who can support you with your taxes and see if it's going to be beneficial for you to file as an S corp. That would be my advice. If you have a mission to give back and support people and be in the community, I would eventually tell you to start a nonprofit as well. But to start off, LLC is going to be the easiest option. It's going to simplify it. It's going to simplify it, and it's going to help you out. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Sherry. You're up. We can't hear you, Sherry. Your mic's not working. Still can't hear you. While you're working on that, so let's go over to Daryl. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, Chuck? How you doing, Coach?
Good. How
My
are
name's
you?
Daryl. I'm phenomenal, but I'll get better.
Good.
So my name's Daryl. My question is, when the grant, I applied for the Neo My Greatness grant, and there was a section, I believe it said, what are you going to use the grant for? Is that the section where you put your budget?
Yes, absolutely. So I would put a full detailed explanation in there on what I'm going to use the funding for, how I use the funding, where the funding is going to go. I would use that real strategy that I talk about often, and I would put it in that paragraph.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Sherry, is it working now? Let's try it. No, we can't. I apologize.
You might want to log out and log back in.
Yeah. Who was it that pulled up earlier that it wasn't working either? I need to make sure I go back to them. Do you remember, Coach? I can't remember the gentleman's name. I don't see his name
Sam.
either.
I think it was Sam.
Sam. Okay. Sam, did you still have a question you want to ask? I want to make sure I give you space. I just unmuted you.
Yes, can you hear?
We can.
Yes. Okay, great. I used to have a LLC about 5 years back. How do we close it? Is there a procedure?
To close it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, so sometimes your state, if you don't file your annual fees, they'll actually close it for you. But I would just contact my Secretary of State and tell them that I need to dissolve it. And there's paperwork and documents for you as well. So just reach out to your Secretary of State and they'll be able to support you with that.
Super. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, folks.
Daniel, what's up?
Hey, how's it going? Hey, how you doing, Coach K?
Good.
Good. Yes, I had a quick question. So my question is, I'm a digital marketer. So I have like a digital marketing business that I'm invested in, and have different products that I'm like an affiliate for, and push and I try to get profit from. I'm not officially all fully set up yet, but I'm almost set up and whatnot with everything. So I was wondering, in regards to being a digital marketer, doing affiliate marketing, are there grants specifically for that, or just grants just in general that can help fund that?
Yep, so there's general grants for business owners. So for startup funding, startup capital, or just grants in general to help you market, grow, and expand your business. There's also grants for the impact that you're going to be able to make. So maybe as a digital marketer, maybe you want to start educating others. Maybe you want to start teaching people how to do what you do. Maybe you want to go back in the community and start helping other entrepreneurs or at-risk youth, for other things that you want to do. The impact that you want to make with your business and brand opens up the door for you to get access to grant funding. So there's grants available for everything, any business, any industry. It's all about the type of or the impact that you're going to make and what you're going to do with the funding when you receive it.
Gotcha.
Awesome.
Gotcha. Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Monique, you are up.
Hello. Hold on.
We can hear you.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
We can. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm sorry. Hi, Coach K. My name is Monique. I own a tiny home company.
Okay.
Where we're building out communities, especially for people of color. My question is, I've been in contact today earlier with someone from your team, right? And this was in reference to the idea of having you to mentor me and, mentor me. And I let the person know that I was already in the $97 a month deal that you was offering.
Okay.
And they were telling me that I needed to go to the site. They sent me the link to go to try to schedule the meeting, schedule a time and a day. But when you go,
I'm gonna pause you because you have you got a customer support question, and I don't want to. We're answering questions about the Grants and AI Summit right now. So if you just, I need you to reach out to my customer support so they can help you.
And if it's about, is there anybody here, you maybe heard about Coach talking about this academy yesterday, and you're just like, how do I get in that academy? So we may be talking about that a little bit more, Miss Monique. And so your question may get answered the next day or so. So just kind of reach out to the team. Hey, Nicole or Kaylee, can you reach out to Monique for me real quick? And they'll help you. They'll be able to help you, Miss Melvin, offline, okay?
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
All right, Ravonda, you're up.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can.
Oh, awesome. Good evening, Coach K and Michael. Glad to be back with you guys. My name is Ravonda Whitley. My business is The Way to Go, LLC. And my question is, I've established a holding company after I started the LLC, but now I'm confused about what information I need to use with applying for the grants and everything. I'm like here and there and all over the place. So I want to be able to be confident when I'm making these applications.
Yep. So I know companies we have multiple corporations and multiple LLCs, and we don't really know which one to use. If I have, let's just say I have a child care center, I have a real estate company, and I'm a business consultant as well. If I'm applying for a grant and it's a general grant, I would apply for all of the companies because each one has a different mission and each one has a different impact. But if I'm applying for a grant and it only says it wants to fund a child care business, I would apply for my child care business for that grant. So if it's an industry specific grant, you want to use that particular industry. If you have like a holding company, but you have multiple LLCs under that holding company, I would apply for the LLCs that meet the grantor's need. Does that make sense?
So I don't have to do anything with the holding company information?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Good question.
Thank you.
All right, Sherry, let's give this one last shot. Did you hop out of Zoom and hop back in?
I did. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay. Hello again, Coach K. Thank you for having us on. My question is, I have an LLC that is just a startup business, and I have it's a travel agency, and I would like to give back. I have a give back program with that LLC to have fully sponsored vacation trips to maybe single parents and veterans and stuff like that. And right now, it's like I said, it's just a startup business. I would like to make it it's a for-profit business. Eventually, I want to have a non-profit, I imagine, connected to it for the Give Back program. Do you think that's a good idea? And how
So your question is, should you have a for-profit company and should you eventually branch off and start a nonprofit as well?
Yes.
Okay, absolutely. Yes, ma'am. So as your for-profit grows, you're going to realize, and especially as you start getting access to more funding and more capital, you're going to realize that there are some people who want to support your mission and give you access to more funding and more capital as well. So my advice would be to eventually start a nonprofit. Now, start a nonprofit is not easy. And you don't want to start a nonprofit that competes with the work you're doing with your for-profit. You also have to have a board with your with your nonprofit. So at least 2 other people who share the same mission and the same values as you and share the same energy to create and establish an organization that does work. So I would tell you to do this eventually, not right now. You focus on your for-profit, strengthening your for-profit, making your for-profit grow, getting revenue in your for-profit, and then as your for-profit is at a sustainable place, then establish and build out the nonprofit. Okay? You're welcome.
All right, last question of the day before we go into the main session. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up Miss Catherine for waiting patiently. Thank you, Miss Catherine. What is your question?
Thank you so much. Can you hear me okay?
I can.
Hey, good to see you, Coach K. Thank you so much for this amazing work that you're doing.
No problem.
Yeah, my question is, when we contact the Secretary of State for any inquiries we might have, are we talking about the state where we're incorporated or the state where the company resides?
The state where you're incorporated. If you're talking about making any changes, the state where you're incorporated.
Okay. So
yes, ma'am.
in my case would be Delaware.
Yes, ma'am.
Or the company is based in New York.
Yes, ma'am. So if you're making any changes, now if you have a foreign entity agreement in the second state, then you would need to contact both. But if you only have it registered in one state, you need to contact the state where it's actually registered.
Got it.
Okay.
All right, terrific. Thank you.
All right, no problem.
Awesome and amazing. Well, Coach, we're 1 minute early. Miss Catherine, she asked a very short question. So I'm going to go over to Alexis and let Alexis ask the last question.
All right.
Hey, Alexis.
Thank you so much.
You're
Hello,
welcome.
everyone. I am Alexis Donald. So my question was, as far as the grant application process, even in the legacy grant application process, when it asks us our monthly revenue, are we supposed to be putting down our current actual monthly revenue or what we're projecting or expecting our monthly?
You can project.
revenue?
You can definitely project. You can always project on credit applications, grant applications. There are going to be some grantors that say, they'll tell you, hey, you have to currently be making $1 million to apply for this grant. So if they say currently, or the last 2 years be making XYZ amount of dollars, then that's just not the grant for you. But you definitely can project.
Okay, is that the preference to project?
I would tell you to, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to go crazy, but yeah, I would definitely tell you to project.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Alrighty, well, did you guys enjoy that Q&A session? Man, we got through some questions today, y'all. This was good. Thank you, everybody, for the amazing questions. Did you all learn anything new? Let us know in the chat real quick if you learned anything new during that Q&A. The Q&As are one of my favorites because as we go throughout the week, the questions get deeper and deeper and deeper. And you all, I mean, this is just as valuable. Coach, I love your teachings, but just being able to pick your brain is worth so much. And so I feel bad if anybody left earlier because they thought this was just Q&A. This is valuable information. I hope you guys see this. I hope you guys understand, like, whenever you get to pick the brain of somebody that's been through the fire, that's been through all the applications and knows how to win these, man, it's great. So with that being said, welcome in, everybody. This is officially the start of the day 2 session, okay? So day 2 session is starting now. So the team did tell me that tonight you all are going to get 2 portals. So VIP, you'll get your portal, and then Platinum, you'll get your portal. So watch for email and a text tonight so you guys can watch those replays. If you just jumped in today and you're like, yo, I missed yesterday, I need to catch up, just watch right at the end around 8 to 8:30 tonight, Eastern Standard Time. We'll go ahead and send you out that portal so that you can watch the replays, okay? Just so you guys know, I just want to make sure that you're up to date on that. And so today, let's go ahead and make sure that we have our pen and paper ready. Did anybody do their assignment yesterday? I got to know, who did their assignment yesterday that Coach gave them? Let me check this Facebook group real quick. Coach, were you in the Facebook group checking out any of their assignments from last night?
I was.
Awesome, amazing. So I want to go ahead and give away a gift card. So Nick, if you can make note of this name, I'm going to go ahead and give a gift card to somebody who went in there and did their homework. And the winner of the gift for doing their assignment, the winner of the gift card is Sade. It says Sade Pigs. Is that right? Sade? Did I say that right? Are you here? All right, awesome. What's up, Sade? I'm going to send you a gift card. I saw your homework. She went and done her own website. Thank you. Domain.
I love it.
Got a grant profile finished. So kudos to you. We're going to send you over Amazon gift card. And just to say thank you for taking action.
Thank you.
All right, awesome. Congratulations. So the team will send you that Friday tomorrow when they clock in. So thank you for that. So listen, y'all, you better be taking action because I told you. I may do some cash. I may do some other things. And make sure you all are going in that Facebook group. The team's going to drop the link to the Facebook group one time for you all real quick. Team, drop that link one more time. And Coach, while they're working on that, I'm going to go ahead and pull you up so we can go ahead and start. But I'll be on the very end for more announcements. And I will be up as well to announce the next giveaways at the very end. So Coach, you're up.
Awesome, you guys. Let's get ready to get started for day 2. Before we get started, I want to say congratulations to Charlotte Jackson with Peaceful Pillows, who actually won a $2,500 grant today. We applied for the Nehemiah Davis grant. So everybody just say congratulations. in the chat. So amazing, an amazing opportunity to get access to funding. My first grant I received was $500. So to get a $2,500 grant as your first grant is game changing. But I'm super excited about today because what we're going to do today is really dive in on how to find the grants that are out there and available for you. Yesterday, we set the foundation. We talked about what your business should have and the things that you should need, like making sure that you have the business address, your legal structure of your business in order, the EIN number, the business website, the business email address, and the importance of structuring your business and setting up your business the right way. By doing these things, companies and organizations are going to see that you're serious about elevating and growing your business, and they're going to be excited and want to invest into you more. So yes, you can get grant funding as a sole prop. Yes, you can get grant funding for having an idea. Yes, you can get grant funding for even if you don't have an LLC yet. But to get access to those large 6- and 7-figure grants that you deserve, you want to make sure that your company is set up as the $1 million brand it has the potential to be. Type millionaire in the chat if you know that you have the $1 million brand. Type millionaire in the chat if you know you have a $1 million brand. So companies and organizations have millions of dollars. Right now while we're on this call, there's millions of dollars in grant funding that's out there and available for you. There's also millions of dollars that are going to go unclaimed just because we are not applying and we're not consistent with applying. I introduced my AI team to you guys yesterday. This is 100% my grant team, you guys. If you just joined, this is my grant team. Their job is to go out and build relationships, write grants, find opportunities available for me, do research on opportunities to help me expand and grow, edit my grant proposal so that we can go out and win more grants. Now, my mission for 2026 is to get millions of dollars in grant funding. So my grant team might look a little different than yours. Don't get overwhelmed by having 9 people, okay? You might just need 1 person on your grant team. But what I can tell you is the only person on this page that is human is Joy. Everything else is 100% AI. I'm going to show you today how to build out your grant researcher and how to build out grant agents that can go out and find grants for you. And through the course of the week, I'm going to show you how to build out an entire team that can actually help you go out and get access to more grant funding. Yesterday, we also talked about how to build out a website using and leveraging AI as well. So there's entrepreneurs on this call right now. They're like, Coach K, I don't have a website for my business and I'm not applying for grants. So yesterday, sorry, y'all. Let me redo it. So yesterday, what we did was we did a live demo on building out a website. So if you have Canva, you can actually go to Canva AI. There are other tools that you can use like Lovable AI, which we actually love as well. But you can just go to this AI tool. This is just a recap of yesterday. You can go to this AI tool and talk to it and say, here, come on. Hello. Okay. Let me redo it. Sorry, y'all. All right, let's try now. I have a childcare business and I need a landing page for my childcare business. I need this page to talk about my collaborations with local nonprofits. Also, my target audience of kids ages 6 weeks to 5 years old. The name of my childcare business is ABC123. We have rainbow colors, and I need you to position this as a fun and exciting page, but also position me to get access to grant funding. Create this website for me. So I use this as an avenue to create a landing page. Now, when I first started my business, you guys, when I first started my child care center, I wasted thousands, and I'm not going to say why wasted, but I spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on a website. The first website I didn't even love. And we had to go in and do several revisions. And finally, I had to hire somebody else to go in there and change and do the website for me. You guys have the luxury of having AI. AI can build you a website until you make money into your business to go out and can afford or have the revenue that you can spend to go out and create the fancy website that you feel like you need and that your business and your brand deserves. But don't let not having a website stop you from getting access to funding. Companies, when they look up your business and they Google your business, they're not giving you grant funding based off of who has the best website. They just want to make sure you have the brand appearance out there. They just want to make sure that when they view your business and look up your business online, that your website shows who you are, what you do, and the service that you provide. So what this is doing is it's going through and it's doing all of the coding, things that I personally feel like I could never do. It's doing all of the coding and putting everything together. And within just a couple of minutes, you guys, we will have a full website that can highlight our business, highlight our brand, and set the foundation for us to go out and get access to grant funding. The foundation of your business is going to be key to connecting you with grantors and funders and helping you get access to the funding and capital you need. So in just a couple of minutes, you guys, it created this simple landing page. Simple landing page that shows that I'm a licensed daycare. I'm looking for kids ages 6 weeks to 5 years old. Talks about my business, talks about my community impact, shows them how they can connect with me. You can always go in and change it. Maybe you want photos, stock photos, or maybe you have photos of things that you're doing. Maybe you want different colors. Maybe you want different links up here. Whatever it is that you want, you can tell this tool how to do it and it will create a website for you. If you didn't, if you were not able to watch day one, it will be in the replay. And you'll be able to watch it from there. But I want to get started with day 2, you guys, because there's so many opportunities out there available for you when it comes to getting access to grants. And I want to show you how to go find it. Just type ready in the chat if you're ready for day 2. Type ready in the chat if you are ready for day 2. Today, I'm going to show you not just how to get access to grant funding, not just how to set the foundation for your business, but I'm going to show you how to find grants, but how to build out your grant writer. You can get access to this debt-free funding. There's no credit check that you don't have to pay back simply by using and leveraging AI and telling AI exactly what to do. So today is going to be powerful because I'm going to show you these exact same strategies. Grant using AI, how to analyze if you're eligible for grants, how to match grants to your business, how to use the Coach K grant match method, how to scrub the websites for grants that are out there and available for you. But first, it starts with the mindset shift. Because there's somebody on this call right now that still doesn't believe. There's somebody in this room right now. You're here because you're curious and it sounds good and you want the grants, but you're still on the fence about if these grant opportunities are real or if they're for me. There's somebody that's like, man, I never win anything. But what I can tell you is if you shift your mindset, if you follow these strategies, if you execute on the opportunities and do the work, you will win a grant. You are the next person that I brag about if you just get out of your own way and let go of any negative thought that you can't do this. Just type I'm next in the chat. You are the next person that I brag about and post on social media and say they just secured 6 figures in grant funding. You are the next person that I brag about and post inside the community and say congratulations, they just got approved for $50,000 opportunity. You are the next person that I am able to highlight and show that executed on the opportunities and got $100,000 or $200,000 and it changed their entire life and they fired their boss like my girl Kaylee did. But it starts with you shifting your mindset and believing that you can. So the right grants are out there and available for you, but you just have to know how to find them. Some of you are just applying for anything. I've had some male entrepreneurs apply for the She's Connected grant, and they want to know why they didn't win. The grant is called She's Connected. It wasn't for you. Okay, they even told you on the website that they were looking for female entrepreneurs, but you thought you were going to be the exception to the rule. You have to apply for the grants that align with your mission, who you are, and the service that you provide. So applying for aligned opportunities that match what you need. You have to have a clear strategy. Our strategy is we apply for 1 grant every single day. That sounds like a lot, but it's not when you're using and leveraging AI. I'm going to show you how this tool can give you the grant, give you the answer, and all you have to do is go hit submit. All you have to do is literally look at the grant, read through it, hit submit, and then go get the reward that you deserve. All right? And then you have to be consistent. Getting access to grant funding is about being consistent and always putting in the reps. You cannot apply for 1 grant and wait and sit back and wait and say, I'm just going to see what happens. Because I ain't going to win no way. The moment you have the negative mindset of I'm just gonna see, the moment you have the negative mindset of what if, the moment you have the negative mindset of damn it, I'm never gonna win anyway, you've already counted yourself out. Because you didn't go all in on the grant application. You didn't give that grant application your all. If I'm applying for a $500 grant or a $5 million grant, I am going to give the grant application everything I have. I am going to make the grantors understand that I have the best business and the best vision, and they 100% should give me the funding and capital that I need. So now I'm going to show you how to go find those grants that you need. How to create these avenues that are out there and available for you, but how to find the resources and find the opportunities. Now, there are a lot of different grants out there available for you. Government grants are a high strategy for you to get access to grant funding. Most people think government grants are going away because of because of political reasons, and I don't really get into all of that. But what I can tell you is that your city and state, they have funding available for you. One of my community members, Tiffany, went to her city council's office. She said, I'm opening up a local business. This is the type of business I'm opening, but I need grant funding to make it happen. She was awarded a $5,000 grant just by walking into her city council's office and making a connection. Your city is not funding you because they don't know who you are. Your city is not funding you because you haven't nurtured and created those relationships. Sometimes relationships open up doors that an application can't. So by creating these relationships and creating these connections, they know who you are. They know the service that you're gonna provide. It's the end of the year and the city has to give out this money anyway, so why not give it to you? But they have to know you exist. So you have to create those relationships. Corporate grants are another avenue for you to get access to grant funding. Every major corporation has a grant. Every major corporation, anything that you can think of, has a grant that's available. AT&T has a $50,000 grant. T-Mobile has a grant. Verizon Wireless has a $10,000 grant that they give to multiple entrepreneurs every quarter. Progressive Insurance has a grant. Allstate Insurance has a grant. Sony, the camera equipment, has a grant. John Deere has a grant. So you're looking for grants, but the grant opportunities are right there around you. Anything that you're using in your business, you need to figure out how it can pour back into you. So if you're a beauty professional, how often do you go to Sephora? How often do you go to Ulta? Do you use Got2Be? Do you use the Design Essentials? All of these companies have grants. You're in the transportation industry, John Deere has grants. Progressive has grants. Allstate has grants. So these companies are looking for you, but you're missing out on the opportunities because you feel like you're not going to win and you're not going to apply. Simply by nurturing these relationships, open up the door for opportunities. Foundation grants are a huge avenue for you to get access to grant funding. There are a lot of very wealthy people in the world. And what they do is they start foundations. They start foundations to avoid paying taxes. It's a tax incentive for them. So when they start these foundations, they put money into it. Well, eventually the money has to go somewhere. So they look for small business owners like you and me to pour back into. There are a lot of very wealthy people that pass away. And in their wills, they put that their family has to start a foundation with some of the money. So you might be in the medical field or in the healthcare field, and you might be able to collaborate with a foundation that's already out there, and their mission is to support MS. Their mission is to support cancer patients. Their mission might be to support, you might have a foundation out there whose mission is to support domestic violence victims. And these are the things that you're already doing. So you're able to connect with them and tell them about your mission and your impact and get access to the funding and capital that you need. You got it? Y'all still with me? Just type locked in if you're still with me. Just type locked in if you're still with me. So nonprofit grants are another avenue for you to get access to funding. If you are a nonprofit, you qualify for grant funding. Companies and organizations want to give you access to funding to support your mission. Now, here's one of the mistakes that most nonprofits make. They don't go get their 501c3 tax exemption. Having that 501c3 tax exemption behind you allows companies to give you grant funding because it's a tax write-off for them. Okay? So let me show you how, or let me do this real quick. So you can use AI to research grant opportunities. So you can completely create a grant agent that goes in and does the research for you. You can use grants, you can use AI to see if you are eligible for certain grants, or either grants that match you and match what your business and your brand needs. So I told you guys, this is my grant team. 100% AI grant team that works for me. Well, not 100%, but mostly AI that works for me, and their job is to go out, build relationships, find grants, write grants, and apply for grants for me. This is Matthew. If you know anything about grants, if you've ever been online, Matthew Lesko is the #1 grant expert in the world. I mean, he's not better than me, but he's all right, okay? But he's really good at researching and finding grant opportunities that are out there. Matthew Lesko has a full social media page just talking about government funding and grant funding that's out there and available for you. I told my ChatGPT, I gave my ChatGPT a job to act as if it is Matthew Lesko and go out and find grant opportunities as if it's doing the research as him. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this same strategy. So imagine me trying to hire Matthew on my team to work for me full time. 365 days, 7 days a week. It's probably going to cost me a couple of $100,000. But imagine me training this tool and telling this tool to act as if it is Matthew and go out and find grants that are available for me. I'm going to show you exactly how to create a live employee that will go out and find grants that are available for you. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to go to your AI tool. Can y'all see my screen? Miss Pigs, just shake your head if you can see my screen. Okay, thank you. So the first thing you want to do is go to your AI tool. And I always like to create a new project for if I'm creating a new agent, if I'm creating a new employee, if I'm working on something new, if I want to just keep things organized, I create a new project. So I am going to name this one Matthew. And I am going to put Grant Finder, because that's his name. And then I'm going to go to create project. Inside of this tool, I'm going to tell it exactly what its job is and what it's going to do. I'm going to give it an SOP. Anytime you hire a new employee in your business, you're going to give it standard operating procedures, and you're going to tell it exactly what their job is and what they should do. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to tell Matthew, my new grant finder, what his job is going to be, so it understands anytime in this folder what I'm doing and what it needs to do to service me. Then I'm going to follow up with creating an AI agent. Y'all got it? Your name, hold on. Inside of this folder, your name is going to be Matthew. I want you to position yourself as if you are Matthew Lesko, the #1 grant writer, #1 grant researcher in the world. Your job is going to be to help me find open and active grant opportunities that are for my healthcare business. Are you able to support me with this? So I'm telling it what I want it to do, but I'm also making sure that it's clear on the mission and impact that it needs to support me with. So it's going to come back. It's going to summarize what I said. It's thinking. I can absolutely help you find open and active grants now. So it's telling me I can be your grant researcher, your grant strategies, and help you build out a roadmap. So it understands exactly what it is. Now it's going to ask me a couple of questions. So it's asking me what type of business I have. Are you for-profit or nonprofit? Where do you operate? You want to answer these questions so that it can find the best grants that are for you. So I have a home health care center. I'm a for-profit company, LLC, located in Detroit, Michigan. I need grant funding to hire staff, hire employees, and host a community event. I currently have a business that has 6 employees, but I want to increase to 12, and I'm looking for about $100,000 in funding. The reason I'm answering these questions is so that when it goes out and finds grants, it has a clear understanding of my mission and impact and exactly what I need to be successful. Okay? Now that this tool understands what I need it to do, I'm going to go here. Remember, we're still under Matthew, the grant finder, and I'm going to ask AI, ChatGPT, to create me a prompt or create me a prompt to create my AI agent. I need you to create me a prompt for an AI agent. I need this AI agent to search the internet every single day to find me grants that match my healthcare center that's located in Detroit, Michigan. It's thinking, it's thinking, it's thinking. And it's going to go in and it's going to create me. It's going a little slow. It's working, it's working, it's working. There we go. So here's the prompt. So it created me an AI agent prompt. And all I have to do is copy this once it finishes. Come on. Okay. All I have to do is copy this prompt, go in here, go down to this plus button and create agent mode. When you create it in agent mode, you just paste the information in, hit submit, and what this is going to do is give it the exact task that you want it to do. So every single day, what's going to happen is it's going to send me a notification. It's going to go in, it's going to scrub the internet, scrub the web, and it's going to send me a notification every single day of grants that are out there and available for me. You even can take this up a whole nother notch and tell it to create a spreadsheet for you and go ahead and put the grants on the spreadsheet. So all you have to do is go in and look at the spreadsheet daily and go in and apply for the grants. This is how you can create an AI agent, and it's going to take a couple of minutes before it does it, you guys, so we'll come back to it. But this is how you can create an AI agent that helps you find grants for you and scrubs the web for you every single day. You also can come to your AI tool and you can just talk to it, and you can say, I am a childcare center located in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm looking for about $100,000 in grant funding, or grants ranging anywhere from $1,000 to $100,000. I need you to find me a list of open and active grants that I can apply for. Today is December the 16th, 2025. So by giving it this prompt and speaking to it, it's going to go through and it's going to find a list of grants that are open and active that I can actually apply for now. Over the next couple of days, I'm going to show you how to take the grants that it gives you and how to actually go submit the application. But today, I want to focus on exactly how to find the grants that are out there and how to create the AI agent that can do the work for you. It's searching, it's searching. If you look, it's searching some of the top grant websites. It's searching Grant Finder. It's searching Brightwheel, which is the #1 website for childcare facilities. It's doing all of the hard work for me and digging and finding the grants. One of the websites that I use to find grants is called GrantWatch. GrantWatch has probably over 30,000 grants that are on the platform over probably quarterly. It works without additional prompts all the time. Absolutely. This tool scrubs the website for me. Something that normally would take me days and hours to do, it's doing all of the work for me. Okay? So it's just going through and finding the best opportunities available for me. Looks like it found the grant that was closed, so it narrowed it out. Let's see what it gives me if I create answer now. Okay, so based off of the prompt that I just gave it, right? All I said was I'm a childcare center where I'm located, the amount of funding that I need, and I gave it the date. Giving it the date is important. Giving it the date is important because it's going to find grants that are based off of where you are. If you don't give it the date, it's just going to find you random grants that might be closed. So by doing this, it was able to find tons of opportunities. One of them being up to $100,000. Here's another one up to $100,000. Y'all, that's $200,000 in grant funding that I could potentially get. Here's another grant that's $20,000. So AI just found me over about $270 to $300,000 in grant funding in less than 5 minutes, y'all. In less than 5 minutes. Imagine how much time this tool is going to save you. Imagine how much money you're going to be able to make if you use and leverage this tool the right way. Yep, so I'll go back to that. So before you create your AI agent, absolutely. I always use ChatGPT for the prompt to give my AI agent first. Use your ChatGPT to give you the prompt to give to your AI agent. So you go to ChatGPT, tell it what you need, and then it will give you the prompt. You go to the plus button, paste the information for your AI agent in, and watch it do all the work for you. You only need one AI agent. I'm just a little obsessed with getting grants with AI, so I have 9. You only need one, okay? And it can do all of the work for you. So I have Matthew as my grant researcher that does the work for me and goes out and finds the grants that are open and active and available for me. Matthew's job is to find grant opportunities that align with my mission, align with my impact, and help me go out and get access to multiple funding opportunities that are available for my business. Let's see. All right, looks like it's still thinking. So we'll come back to it. All right, so now if you are inside of the business and grant community, you have access to this business grant finder tool. This business grant finder tool can 100% find grants for you as well. So what you'll do is you'll come to this tool and you'll go to your business grant finder and click here to get started. It's gonna ask you a couple questions. What type of business do you have? So I'm a small business. What are your project goals? I'm looking for, let's say, startup funding. Sorry for the typos, y'all. I'm looking for startup funding. I am looking for all grant opportunities, not just where's your business located? What's the question? Sorry. I'm looking for all grant opportunities. Your business operates. I'm going to say I'm in childcare.
Hi, Coach. Sorry, we can't see your screen.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. Let me go back. I'm going to start this over. So if you are in the business and grant community, you actually have access to this AI grant finder tool that finds grants for you as well. So what you can do is you go to business grant finder, go to click here to get started, and it's going to ask you a couple questions. So what type of business do you have? I'm going to say I'm a small business. The next thing is, what are your project goals? Let's just say I'm a new business owner and I need startup funding. You can get grants for anything. So if you need grants for hiring employees, if you need grants for startup capital, if you need grants for a new vehicle, if you need grants for your playground, for your daycare center, for real estate, it doesn't matter. Whatever you need grants for, they're out there and available for you. Where's your business located? I'm going to tell it I am located in Atlanta, Georgia. Would you like to focus on, I'm going to focus on all grant opportunities that are available for me, not just grants in Atlanta. What type of business do you have? Let's just say I am a child care center. How much grant funding do you need? I'm going to say, well, it says give it a range. So I'm going to say $1,000 to $100,000. Is your business woman-owned, minority-owned? I'm going to say I'm woman-owned. So it will find grants. There are some grants out there that say they only want to fund women-owned companies. There are some grants that want to fund minorities. There are some grants that want to fund males. So it will find those grants for me. Have you applied for grants before? Yes, I have. Do you prefer federal, corporate, or foundation grants? I want all grant opportunities, not just federal or corporate. And then you have to give it to the date. So today is 12/16/2025. And in just a couple of seconds, this tool is going to go in and it's going to find me grants. Now, one of the grants that it finds is the Amber Grant. The Amber Grant has an application fee. I am not a fan of paying for grants that have application fees. I 100% think that entrepreneurs should not pay application fees to apply for grants. So going forward, I can tell this tool, hey, don't find me grants with application fees. And it will remember that, and it will never give me a grant with an application fee again. So one of the grants it gave is, because I put the range of $1,000 to $100,000, it found grants that were for $1,000. It also found this grant that's for $150,000. $200,000. Let me know in the chat, how long do you think it would take you to find 10 grants that are available for you, totaling of about $200,000? Crazy opportunity for you to get access to funding, and all that it requires is that you teach and train this tool how to work for you and how to help you be successful. 2 weeks, 2 months. This is awesome. Okay, love it, love it, love it. Now that you have AI, this is only going to take you minutes. Now that you have this tool, it's only going to take you minutes, and all you have to do is execute on it. All right? So you can 100% use AI to be your grant writer. It also can help you kind of simplify the grants. So instead of trying to search the website for deadlines on if your business is eligible for the grants, or the amount of the grants, or if it matches your industry, you can tell ChatGPT to do this for you. So for example, there's a grant out there. American Express has a grant. I was looking at this grant and I was almost getting ready to apply for it, but I plugged it in my AI tool and I said, hey, does this grant match the criteria for me? Am I eligible for this grant? It came back and said, no, you're not eligible because you don't have a brick and mortar space. In the fine print of the grant, it said that you had to have a brick and mortar building to a brick and mortar space to actually apply for this grant. Well, I don't have that, so I don't qualify for the grant, but I was about to spend a couple of minutes of my day applying for this grant opportunity. So this saves me time by scrubbing the grant's website to see if my business qualifies for this funding opportunity. So it can 100% tell you if you are eligible for certain grant opportunities just based off of knowing your business and knowing your brand. In day one, we talked about going in and answering questions so that your chat GPT can get to know you better. So if you're just joining today, go back and watch day one so that you can get familiar with your chat tool or your chat GPT, and so you can understand. So you guys can understand each other, and it understands your business, your mission, and your impact, so that when you're looking for grants, it can tell you in advance that, nah, that's not the one for you, or I think this one is perfect, okay? So each grant, when we're looking for the grant, these are things that you want to look for. You want to look for the purpose of the grant. You want to look for the requirements of the grant. If there's any restrictions, like do you have to have income in your business? Do you have to be in business for 2 years? You want to look for location rules. There are some grants that might say because you live in Georgia, you don't qualify. Or because you're making $100,000, you don't qualify. So if there's any rules or restrictions, you want to look at that. Also look at the target demographic, or who they want their target audience to be. If this grant says it's for female entrepreneurs, it's only for female entrepreneurs. If the grant says it's for minorities, it's only for minorities. If the grant doesn't give you any specifics and it doesn't say, go ahead and apply for it because they didn't give you the details. Or you always can plug your grant into AI and help it do the work for you. Let me give you an example. Let's use one on our free grant list. So one of the grants that's on our grant list that some of you guys have, is the Hero Grant. So I can go to my AI tool and I can say, I'm plugging the URL of the Hero Grant in the chat. I need you to tell me more about this grant and the deadline, the requirements, and what I can do to qualify. All right, so it's telling me, what is the Small Business Hero Grant? What are the benefits of this grant? It's $20,000, 12 months of QuickBooks, 12 months of MailChimp, how to qualify, what are the phases, when are the deadlines, when will the grant be announced? It's telling you, but with this particular grant, which I didn't know, you actually have to nominate somebody. So it's not just giving you the grant, it's not for you. You have to nominate another small business owner. So if I wanted to apply for this grant, I would reach out to my business bestie, my accountability partner, or another entrepreneur, and say, hey, I'm going to nominate you and you're going to nominate me. I didn't even know this, you guys. But AI just told me. And they cannot be family. Okay. And AI just told me. So this is the importance of using AI to scrub the grant's website to nominate you. Scrub the grant's website to see what requirements you have to have for your business. And it tells you step by step exactly what to do. You can take this up another notch and you can go in and say, add this, create a grant tracker for me to keep track of all of my grants, and add this to my grant tracker with the date, the today's date, the deadline, the requirements, and the website. And just like that, it created me a whole grant tracker. I can go in and I can tell it to create it as a PDF so I can continue to build on top of it. So it keeps track of all of the grants that are out there and available for me. This is the power of using and leveraging AI. I used to have to write down on pen and paper, you guys, what grants I was applying for, or either try to add them to a calendar that I had in my phone, and this can do it for me. This is another way you can use Google Gemini and incorporate Google Gemini, because you can just talk to Google Gemini and say, hey, add the Intuit QuickBooks grant on my grant tracker. The deadline is, or add the Intuit QuickBooks grant on my calendar. The deadline is February 14, 2026, so we can follow up on this grant. I'm doing the most. I love it. I love it. I love it. Y'all still locked in with me? Just type locked in if you're still locked in with me. Just type locked in with me if you're still locked in with me. I love it. 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 So this is one of my favorite tools to find grants, you guys. It's one of my favorite platforms to find grants. I used to hire somebody. I used to have a virtual assistant that I hired to actually scrub this website and go out and find grants that were there for me. Okay? This has over 66,000 grants that it did this year. Over 9,000 available grants right now. So it's closer to the end of the year, so it's going down a little bit. So over 9,000 grants that are available. It's funded over $1.48 trillion in grant funding. What if I told you that AI can go in and help you and scrub this website for you? There's different AI tools that will scrape websites and help you with going out and finding grants that are for your business. Throughout the week, I'm going to show you how to do it. Don't worry. I know y'all like, well, Coach K, how to stay with me this week. I got you. This particular website, you do need a membership. Your AI agent won't be able to log into this for you because it has you will have to have a login. So your AI agent cannot do this particular one, but there are other websites that can. What are the membership prices? I'm not 100% sure. I just pay for it for the year. Whatever it is, it's worth the investment. Here it is, $22 weekly, $49 monthly, quarterly, or annually. Just pay for it if you can budget it, pay for it annually, because you're going to use it like all the time. All right? But I don't want to spend a lot of time on that, y'all. But this is one of the number one platforms that I use to find grants that are available for my business. I used to pay somebody to actually go on the website and scrub this website for me, trying to help me write, apply, and find grants that are out there. Crazy, right? Now I use AI to make it happen. So when you are going out and you are finding grants, you want to make sure these grants are in alignment to your mission. So does it support your purpose? You don't want to apply for grants that don't align with who you are and what you do. If the grant says that you have to go out and you have to feed the homeless, and that's not who you are and what you want to do in this space, that's okay. Just don't apply for the grant. It's not for you. Does your entity qualify? If the grant says it's for a nonprofit, 501c3 tax exempt, and you're not tax exempt, you can apply for the grant. If the grant says you have to be an LLC and you're a C Corp or you have a trust, you can apply for the grant. Does the amount match your goals? Your funding versus your need. Now, this is what I love about grants. There's no maximum amount on the amount of funding that you can get. And most of the people that I connect with, they have goals of getting 6 figures in grant funding. And yes, you can get the 6 figures in grant funding that you need. But this is what you have to do. You have to go after those smaller grant opportunities. Those smaller grants lead to big funding opportunities as well. So you want 6 figures in grant funding, so you don't apply for the $1,000 grant. You don't apply for the $2,000 grant because you want 6 figures. But those $5,000 grants, those $10,000 grants add up. My girl Mary just secured over $600,000 in grant funding in 2025, and she just got a $5,000 grant that she applied for too. Because you can stack those grants to go get to the 6-figure goal that you have. Also, by getting access to those smaller grant opportunities, what it's going to do is it's going to show grantors what you are capable of doing with the smaller grant funding. So you're going to be able to look at a grantor and say, hey, I got $10,000 from the Coach K grant. And Coach K gave me this $10,000. And with this, I was able to do X, Y, and Z. So because I was able to do this with $10,000, imagine what I'm going to do with the $50,000 that you give me. And then also make sure your mission aligns with the funder's mission as well. And then show measurable value. Show how you're going to be able to support the community, not just support yourself. And then only apply when you are prepared. Only apply for grant fund. Don't just apply because I'm telling you to. Don't just apply because the opportunities are out there. What's going to happen is if you're just randomly applying for grants and just throwing it out there, you're going to be like, I'm applying for all of these grants and I never win. You got to have strategy. You got to be consistent. And you got to be clear on your mission and your impact. And competition level, right? So you want to make sure you know your odds. Now, let's go do... let's see. Let's go. Hold on, you guys. I think I skipped the slide. Okay, so let's go train our grant writer, right? So yesterday we talked about building a foundation and making sure that it knows your impact and knows your brand. What I want us to do is now that our AI grant writer knows our impact and knows our brand, I want us to train it in our tone and style. So a couple of different ways that you can do this. If you have a old, what's up, Megan? I didn't see you in the room. If you have a old, if you have an old article, if you have an old document, an old paper that you wrote before, you can actually go in and attach it as a file here. And then tell AI to pull it out of your tone, to pull your tone and style based off of the document that you have. Maybe you wrote a bio about yourself. Maybe you had to do a paper in college. Maybe you have a letter that you wrote, something professional, right? That you wrote, an email that you wrote before, and AI can pull your tone and style out of that. Or you can actually go in and you can talk to this for about 3 to 5 minutes if you want to, and it can pull your tone and style from that. So I'm gonna go in, or if there's something that you did on your own, maybe you did your own website, so you can actually pull it from there. But I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna talk to this tool for just a couple of minutes. I'm gonna tell it who I am, the service that I provide. I'm gonna tell it how excited I am to start my childcare business, what I'm gonna do with this childcare business, and how it should give me, how it should support me with getting access to grant funding. By doing this, and all you guys, all I'm doing right now is I'm just talking so it can just pull my tone and style from it because I don't have anything to upload. But if you did, you would just attach it there and then you would go here and tell it to pull based off of this. What is my tone and style? So based off of that, it's just saying I'm conversational and natural, I'm confident and approachable, I'm genuine and encouraging. So I'm going to tell it to save this tone and style as Coach K. So save this tone and style as Coach K. So anytime I get ready to write a document or I get ready to okay, I don't have the settings. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't have the settings. Make sure your settings are turned on, personalization and memory. So settings, personalization, and then make sure your memory is on. Okay, this is in my main chat, y'all, so sorry about that. This is the one we use for our business for the grant finder tools. But however, make sure your memory and your settings are on, and it'll save this for you. So it'll save your tone and style as Coach K, And then anytime you get ready to write a document, anytime you get ready to write a grant, anytime you get ready to write something professional, you can tell it, talk in the tone and style of Coach K. And it will pull your tone and style out. So that way, when you can't, can y'all not see my screen? Miss Pig, shake your head if you can see my screen. Okay, somebody in the chat said they couldn't see my screen. Okay, sorry. Okay, so what you want to do is when you are applying for a grant, you want this grant to speak in your tone and style. You don't want it to sound like a robot. Well, how do I make sure ChatGPT doesn't sound like a robot and is speaking in the tone and style of Miss Pigs or speaking in the tone and style of Coach K? I train this tool what my tone and style is, so anytime it's writing something, I can tell it, write this in the tone and style of Coach K. So now it's going to sound like it's conversational, it's natural, it's engaging, it's plain language, it's clear, it's clarity, it speaks directly to the point, and this is going to help me go out and get access to more grant funding and more opportunities. All right? Just type locked in the chat if you're still locked in with me. Type locked in the chat if you're still locked in with me. So now that this tool knows my tone and style, it knows my impact, it knows what I want to do, there's still some people in the room that are like, Coach K, I'm not really clear on what my problem and solution statement is. I'm not really clear on what my problem and solution statement is. Or I know I want to start a business, but I'm not really sure what direction I want to go. Or how do I make the type of business I have align with me getting access to grant funding? You can go directly to your AI tool now that it understands your mission, it understands your impact, and understands what you want to do, and you can just talk to it. You can just say, hey, I'm getting ready to apply for grants for my business. I need to find a problem and solution statement for my healthcare business. My healthcare business, we focus on just health education, general health, primary health care. And we need to figure out how we can align our business with the community to get access to grant funding. So this tool is literally going to help you you can do this with any business. Find your problem and your solution. It's going to tell you exactly what your problem and solution statement is, so it can, hold on you guys. Again, AI is all about giving it the right prompts. So because I was talking too soon, it didn't pick up what I needed to pick up. Hold on. All right. So again, AI is all about giving it the right prompts. If you're not giving it the right prompts, it won't give you the right answer. So because I was talking too soon, it didn't give me what I need. So I had to go back in and get clarity on what I needed. And I just had to take out the first couple of words because I was talking too soon. So based off of this, it went in and found the problem that I need. It gave me a problem statement. I could just read through it and see if it's something I want to do. It gave me a solution statement, and it talked about how I can connect with the connect with the community as well. I go through and I read this and I see if it aligns with something that I want to do. If it's not, I go back in and I say, yeah, this sounds good, but maybe we can do better. Or maybe this sounds good, or what about this? So it opens up your door to more opportunities. It opens you up to more clarity on how to get access to grant funding and how to make your business stand out. You can do this with any business and any brand. The young man earlier said he was in digital marketing. Let's do it with digital marketing. There I go again, talking to someone. I have a digital marketing company. I want to position myself to get access to grant funding. Can you help me talk about how my digital marketing company can have or give me a problem and solution statement and a need statement based off of having a digital marketing company, and how we can connect with grantors to get access to more grant funding? Right? So even as a digital marketing company, it came back and it talked about what you can do, how you can support it, what your problem statement is, what your solution statement is, what's your statement of need, why you need funding, how you can align with grantors and funders, and how your business and your brand should get access to funding and capital. You do this with any business that you have. So if you're on here and you're not sure, you need clarity and you need support on how to make this stand out and how to get access, excuse me, y'all, how to get access to more grant funding and more opportunities, this is exactly what you do. So because we're short on time, I want to pause here. And what I'm going to do is over the next couple of days, I'm going to show you how to actually go out and apply for grants using and leveraging AI. Today, I wanted to really dial in and focus on how to find grants that were available for you. But over the next couple of days, I'm going to show you how to, now that you have your AI agent, now that you have your AI researcher, now that you know what grants are and how to find the grants, you have the foundation of your business. I'm going to show you how to take the grants that are out there, build your responses inside of AI, and just copy and paste it and go get access to the funding and capital that you need. Somebody said so much to unpack. Was this good? Let me know in the chat. How y'all feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? Let me know in the chat. Great information. Great information. Yes, 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 yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. So this is what we are going to do. I got to give you some homework. I got to push you out of your comfort zone. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to go out and I want you to find 3 to 5 grants that are open and active and available for your business. I want you to apply for at least one of those grants, and I want you to take a screenshot and post it in the Facebook Academy, or the Facebook group. Find 3 to 5 grants that are open and active and available for you to apply for. Apply for at least, push yourself out of your comfort zone and apply for all 5. But apply for at least one and post it inside of the Facebook group. What if you don't have Facebook? Our group where we communicate is on Facebook. I'm sorry. You still can't figure out how to name your chat? You just go to it and tell it what its name, tell it the name. You just go to it and say, hey, your name is, and it's going to remember that. Okay? I want you guys to do something else for me real quick before I turn it back over to Tucker. Real quick. Hold on 1 second, you guys. All right, I want everybody to go on this post and I want you to drop your key takeaway from tonight. Go on this post right now and drop your key takeaway from tonight. Key takeaway from tonight. Key takeaway from tonight. Somebody that takes action, I got something special for you tomorrow. Somebody that takes action, I got something special for you tomorrow. This was great. Can somebody in the team post the link to link to upgrade? Yep, we'll do it for you in just a moment. All right. So I love you guys. Thank you guys for an amazing day. I'm going to turn it back over to Michael Tucker. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure you go do your homework, and I'll see you guys soon.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach. We appreciate you so much. Everybody give it up for Coach. Another amazing session, y'all. So good. So good. So a few things. Can I give you guys some big bonuses? Can I give you all some big bonuses real quick? So this is what I got. I got some announcements for you. Number 1, we're having a bonus call with some of our credit partners tomorrow at 5 p.m. Now, you're like, 5 p.m., Michael? Yes. We're going to have a bonus call. Is that okay with you guys? Let us know in the chat if we can bring in maybe some credit specialists. This event is a lot around grants. It's a lot around AI. But we do want to equip you with business funding, credit, things of that nature. So we are going to bring in a guest at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then right after at 6 p.m., we're going to continue our regular schedule with the Q&A and then the teaching after. It will all be recorded. After tonight, you guys are going to receive a portal, okay? So it all will be recorded. And tonight, you all will get an email and a text. Give us about 30, 40 minutes. And it's going to be an email and a text with your portal to get access to everything, okay? So just kind of give us a little bit of time to make sure everything's situated. And we're going to go ahead and make sure that you all get those replays. For the VIPs that don't have access to lifetime to the replays, you'll have until probably Sunday night at midnight to watch all the replays. So make sure that every day you're watching those replays, right? You got to stay on top of it. All right, you got to stay on top of it. All right. So another big thing, just a reminder to be active in the Facebook group. I got some announcements. Tomorrow I may give away some cash to somebody who goes in and they're in the group and they're active and they're sharing their takeaways. They're going and doing their assignment that coach is giving you. So make sure you're available for that. Okay. And then let me see if there's anything else that I got in the books for you guys. Anything you need, just hit our support team up. Our team will be able to hit you. Somebody says, where can I find day 1 and day 2? All right, is everybody listening? You're going to receive a portal in 30 to 40 minutes via email and text. All right, there we go. That should answer everything. So it's going to be sent to you, okay? So we got you. Coach, can you repeat the homework one more time?
Yep, homework is to go find 3 to 5 grants using and leveraging AI. Take one of those grants, apply for that grant, and post it. After you apply and hit submit, post it into the Facebook group. Push yourself out of your comfort zone and apply for all 5, but at least one, at minimum 1.
Awesome and amazing. Thank you so much. I hope everybody got that. Same thing you just said. Yep. Doug's like, she already said that. Y'all, come on. No, we got you, brother. We got you. So listen, be here tomorrow, day number 3. Show up. We got so many surprises for you. And so just be in the room with us. Be consistent. Don't leave one day. Because I promise you leave one day and you'll be like, man, I miss so much out of it. What happened? You brought in this guest. You brought in that. Don't do that. So we'll see you tomorrow at 5 with the Q&A at 6. And then the main session at 7, all right? So we're going to spend 3 hours together tomorrow. It's going to be long. Sade, can you do that? Can you handle it? Catherine, can you handle it? We're going to spend some time together. We're family now. So with that being said, I'll see you all very soon. Thank you, Coach. Everybody just put thank you one more time in the chat. We appreciate you all for being here. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Hey, boo. Hey, y'all. Okay. If y'all want to watch the main session, the link is in my bio. Link is in my bio. Go grab your ticket for the main session, y'all. Grab your ticket for the main session. All right, I'm going to go for now. I love you guys.